Welcome back for another sketchbook show and tell. This is sketchbook number 17. So these stickers were actually all the stickers I think on the front here were gifts. My friend lived near New York for a very long time, so she brought me back a sticker from the Strand, and I honestly don't know where those came from. My mom brought this back from when she went to Dracula's Castle the second time without me. And this is a local import place where I've gotten jewelry and stuff. So, more local stickers. Rain Tower, she always makes beautiful jewelry. I think that I actually got these from Hot Topic, but those are pin back things. I was trying to work on a tattoo design that had foxgloves in it. I was trying to come up with my own form of Inktober. So this went from the 28th of September to the 29th of November of 2018. So this one went quite quickly. I really filled it very, very fast. So I ended up making my own Inktober witchy things for 2018. And so I ended up creating this little witch character who I tried to draw wearing whatever my outfit of the day was during that time period. And it took a few days before I decided on a name for her. But I kind of think that the first one turned out the best. I don't know, some of these drawings are certainly better than others. So first one was Eye of Newt, and then I had Graveyard Dirt. So she's having a tea party with her aunt or her great aunt or whatever. And let's see, she has a werewolf friend. She's reading Poe and taking a nap. She's meeting with little fair folk. She's meeting with some relative via crystal ball. Xylographilia, I hope I pronounced that correctly, had a Krampus enamel pin that I got, and this was their card. Yeah. And I also got one for the King in Yellow. If you're not familiar with Robert W. Chambers, please give the King in Yellow a read. These were kind of some experiments. I don't even know where I was going with those. I think they were just kind of being creepy. Hollow Hills. This one was really fun. I ended up turning it into a sticker. So that was a really slow work day, and I had a brush pen. And communicating with relatives. This is really funny because this was before I ended up reading the Discworld books, and I noticed that this kind of grandmother character reminds me of Nanny Ogg a little bit. Tower of Terror, local indie movie house would do October horror movies, and so I did a double feature of Beetlejuice and Army of Darkness. I've seen Beetlejuice an unbelievable amount of times, but sometimes seeing things on the big screen and you haven't watched it in a while makes you see it for the first time, so that made it very enjoyable. Strangeness and Charm, and then Creepy Crawlies. This is before my very first tarantula, Drusilla, who was a pink toe, metallic pink toe, died. So I was thinking of my little tarantula when I drew that. I now have 9 tarantulas as of this video. The Company of Wolves is one of my favorite movies. I talk about it a lot, and people will still ask if I've seen it, and I talk about it very frequently, and sometimes I do ballpoint doodles. So this was the Huntsman and Rosalie from that film. Betwixt Between, which is a couple of words that I'm very, very fond of. In the background, this is a very rough idea sketch of the Phantasm poster, because this particular outfit that she's wearing was when I saw Phantasm. So I ended up seeing Phantasm on the big screen, really nicely restored, with a Q&A with Don Coscarelli, which ended up being a really, really fun night. He was very nice. Spirits Clad in Veils, and this is just reading, and then apparently a great-grandmother shows up. Children of the Night and Drawing Down the Moon. I'm not in love with these sketches because some of them really are very sloppy because I did them so quickly. Pressed Autumn Leaf. Someone wanted Lily Munster. and someone else wanted hibiscus. Those are just tattoos. I do love doing the dip pen in the sketchbook sometimes. So this is the collector. He has many, many little tiny things to collect. I don't know. Beware the Autumn People and Oracle. So this one was very much inspired by a good coat I have and the autumn leaves. So the X96 Tourist Trap double feature, I'm trying to remember which two movies that actually was. I want to say it was The Hills Have Eyes and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I'm probably wrong. Ordering from Burial Ground. They always have really lovely jewelry. Basket Case. I still have really mixed feelings on that film. Oh, Larry Cohen. The bosses at the shop that I used to work at had their 15th wedding anniversary, and so they wanted little matching tattoos to memoriate. She Walks in Beauty Like the Night. I think this was from a dream. Yeah, this was from a dream. Once Upon a Time. Makes me think of big old forests. Hocus Pocus and The Other. So weird, creepy doppelgangers. This is my pre-iPad days. This was from Dragon Chaser Jewelry. The necklace I got was displayed on the playing card. One of my friends had some fun hand poses, and I thought that would make a fun sketch. Darkling I Listen. I do like Keats. Divination and Circle of Stones. I hate how sloppy some of these are. Deep Red and The Changeling. I love both of these films. This version of Deep Red was the full cut. That's almost 2 hours long and does have sections in Italian. About a year later, I ended up seeing another version that was the original American theatrical cut that's like 20 minutes shorter, and got the score performed live by Goblin. And The Changeling from 1980 is a Canadian haunted house film that you should not miss if you haven't seen it already. More brush penned sketches, creepy hands. Hands are really hard to draw, and so I keep drawing them because they're so difficult to draw. By the pricking of my thumbs. This one, Lucifer statue, I think about a lot because I just think it's really cool. Halloween, 2018. That was a very enjoyable sequel. I'm quite fond of it. Be Afraid was terrible. Be Afraid was a movie. What is that? I believe that this was like an independent film thing. I can't remember. I think it was like a miniature film showcase, and it was horrible and so horribly miserable to be there because I think I was the only person there who wasn't one of the filmmakers or their family. Broomstick and Double Toil and Trouble. The funniest part about this one is that this is a character that has showed up in some of my writings, and I totally had forgotten about that. So this is kind of funny for me. I creepily sketched someone that was in front of a coffee shop because he had interesting cheekbones. Witching Hour, that silhouette did not translate as well as I was hoping for. It looks so sloppy. Crossroads. I really put I glued in too many things. Sweeney Todd. I finally got to see Sweeney Todd on the stage, which is good because as much as I like the Tim Burton film, a couple of my favorite songs from the original Broadway version were cut out, and so it was nice to see it on the stage. It was very, very tongue-in-cheek. My friend and I had a good time. The woman that was sitting next to us, however, seemed to have zero idea of what the play was going to be about, and every time there was a little splash of blood, she'd go, which was weirdly funny. Book of Spells. I have been on again, off again writing a novel for way too long and have no idea how to begin to describe it, but there was a scene that featured coffins being caught up in tree roots, so I thought of this while I was at work. Who knows if I'll ever finish that thing. Slumber Party Massacre and Jennifer's Body made for a really fun double feature. I like both of those so much. I did a lot more pencil sketches in this sketchbook than a lot of times I did. This ended up being something for a big thigh piece. Lantern and Creepy Hand. Oh, this was kind of a fun little devil lady sketch. This is from Blood Milk. Everybody else like practical magic. This was the Suspiria remake the first time I saw it in the theater. I saw it again a week later. Persona. This was a free showing. I really, really like Ingmar Bergman because he makes some of the best movies ever, and Persona is one of my favorites of his. It's an impossibly good movie. Some little stick poppets. This was also from that book that I will probably never finish. Except it's also not. I just thought it was cool to do a yew tree that had a door in it. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what that is. You Owe Us by Tanith Lee was a short story in a Fair Folk compilation. And Finn, one of the characters in it, looked a little bit like that. I just thought that was a fun thing to sketch. Colette and Suspiria. Like I said, I saw the Suspiria remake in the theater twice in 2 different theaters within 2 weeks because I liked it a lot. This was kind of a fun little sketch. This one I actually enjoyed quite a bit. I have a really cool coat, and Neuschwanstein is a really cool castle. I was planning this out for my fingers before my coworker ended up tattooing them, but I do read quite a lot, so bookworm made sense to put on my fingers. Goth Prom, local event. It's rather fun. This was kind of a companion piece for this one. I was trying to find like a really good skyline of Detroit and it didn't really work. So I ended up with Chicago instead. This was to go with one of my stories. It's in my book. This was for a client. Some of these are for clients. Yeah, this is that Be Afraid film. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, it was so terrible. I have regrets. Back when I actually still shopped at Dolls Kill before I finally resigned myself to the fact that they're terrible. One of my family friends, someone sent me a complete collection of Ingmar Bergman's films in this giant Criterion Blu-ray box set as a gift, which makes me feel completely insane that he was that nice considering he doesn't know me. The House That Jack Built director's cut. I am not fond of Lars von Trier. He bothers the hell out of me. That film was still rather interesting. This was for when I taxidermied a spider. I can't believe that was complimentary. I guess I didn't pay attention. But I also got some stuff from Lunation Leathers back in here, it looks like. Or Hot Topic Halloween thing. I don't actually know. So that's sketchbook number 17. Getting closer to getting caught up. Ever closer. Till next time, Darklings.